Hey everyone, Mozeen here, and I'm going to share 5 huge tips for beginners to help you get started on the right foot in Illuvium Zero. But before we do that, I want to talk about what is the objective of Illuvium Zero. Some people starting out might not even know what you're trying to do. So the basic goal should be to try to collect fuel. And so you can collect fuel in the extractors here, Krypton, Hyperion, and Solon. So those are the 3 things that help you really build out your city the most. And once you do that, you can build science structures once you get here. And the Singularity Scanner lets you scan alluvials that might be crossing your land. Then once you've scanned the biodata from those alluvials, you can use the Materials Lab to perform research on those alluvials and learn facts about them and discover blueprints. So first tip I want to share is always let these plants grow before you harvest them. These are fully grown. You can see it says prime, fully grown. If we look at this one here, this is a sprout for 9 more seconds. It just has the one tier here, and then it will grow. It'll turn into a growth, I believe, like this one over here is a growth. That's a growth for 7 more minutes. If we come back here, this is now a growth for 6 more hours. After 6 hours, it will be prime like this, and then you can harvest it. When you harvest those, it gives you some amount of elements. That's up here. This is your, if we look at those, that's your carbon, your silicon, and your hydrogen. It'll give you one of those randomly, and the amount you get seems to be based on your nexus level, but it's kind of random. So it is helpful bonuses though, especially in the early game. Tip number 2 I want to share is paths. How do these paths work? How do you build them? What do they do? So if we go to the eyeball here and view path bonus, you can see the 7% time reduction pops up. Basically, any building connected to that has a 7% time reduction, and the way that that's calculated is you get 1% for connecting a building to a path, and then you get an additional percent for every 10 buildings that are connected to that same path. And so we can see that if we adjust the paths here, we can toggle the remove paths. And if I were to just split this in half, you can see half of the town has a 4% time reduction and the other half also has a 4% time reduction. If I split that again, say right here, these buildings up here that are connected to this short path have 1% because there's fewer than 10 buildings on there, and then these ones here have 3% because there's probably more than 20 buildings. That's how that works. And then when you're building paths, something useful to know is that you can drag and drop. If you make a single path and then pull it from there, you can extend those paths. And same for removing paths. You can just drag and drop and erase those paths. So that's a really helpful thing to know. The third tip I want to share is to build lots of power stations. You can see my city here. I have all these power stations, and what these do is they improve the efficiency of some of my other buildings. So if we look at efficiency here, you can see some of these are 150%, 122%. Generally, they'll start out about 100%, maybe 80% for some buildings. And you need power stations to both increase that efficiency and also to power the buildings. So you can see the power there. And you don't need a lot of power stations just to power the buildings, but you do need them to be upgraded to provide enough power. And then if I go to another plot here, we can go at the bottom of your plot list. Everyone has a free-to-play plot, and some people might only have the free-to-play plot, which is fine. That has an asterisk in front of it, and that's how you know it's not based on an NFT that you own. And so if you go to that plot, a couple things I want to show here is I have goals that I haven't completed on this one. Every day you get about 7 goals, and you should try to complete those every day because they give you a nice big bonus, a lot of element resources, a lot of experience, and it's just a really good way to boost your town, and they scale with the level of your city as well, so they're helpful even later in the game. And once you complete all of those, they will reset at midnight UTC time. Then you also have weekly goals. So you see I have a number here that I could claim right now. I'm not sure what day of the week these reset exactly. I was thinking it was Sundays, but I haven't seen that happen yet today. So we'll see if we can figure that one out still. The fifth tip I have today is how to fast track a second builder for free if you own a land NFT. So normally you would need to get up to level 110 to get enough credits up here to purchase a builder. And you buy those by coming here, and you can see a builder costs 120 credits. Your third builder costs 400 credits. And so to get that, normally you need to get up to level 110. But you can come into your free-to-play plot, and you can quickly level this plot up to level 70. And if you do that along with the land NFT that you own, and you level both of those up to level 70, you can get that free builder much quicker. And so how you level up the fastest is by collecting all of your elements. And you can do this. You can see my elements are completely full here, and you can still get experience by collecting these. And this is the best way to grow your experience. So right there, I reached level 15. I got 1 credit. And you can see my storages were completely full during that time. That's the best way. You also get some experience when you collect from your fuel extractors. You don't get any experience for either passive or active conversions of elements or fuels. You do get some experience for buildings as you create them and as you upgrade them. You get a little bit there, and you get experience also for the daily goals. You also don't get any for clearing plants, and I don't think any other activities as well. So best bet, just build up these element extractors and always collect on them even when you're full. And now we have 222 credits there, and you can see if we jump to another land plot here, we can see that we have 222 here. I can take them over here, and I could purchase my, in this case, it would be my third builder for 400 once I get up to 400. So I hope that helps everyone. And I'm going to give one final tip. You can see all of my storages here. You are going to want, right from the beginning of the game, either 3 of each elemental storage or 4. A lot of times I do 4. It makes life really easy, and you don't need to rush the upgrades that way. Some people do it with 2 of each, but I think 3 is pretty comfortable. So I hope that helps you get off to a really good start in Illuvium Zero. Thanks for watching, and bye everyone. I'm going to have some more videos coming that have some much more advanced tips for those of you who've been playing a while. Also go through my whole decision tree on how I pick what buildings to upgrade next. So look forward to that. Please subscribe and like so you can see when that next video hits YouTube. Thanks for watching.